Om Namah Shivaya, Episode 6, Chapter 2, The Tattvas, the 36 Principles of Universal Creation, shows how Brahman descends into the entire creation according to Kashmir Shaivism. Here we must look at the creation from two aspects. First, Brahman as Ishvara, the creator of the universe. And second, we as Jivas, shows how Atma descends in every cell of our body, that every cell is infused with Satchit Ananda Atma. Satchit Ananda Brahman, existence, consciousness and bliss, is the Atma in all, whose glories are omnipotence, all-powerful, omniscient, all-knowing, omnipresence, all-pervasiveness, Purna, complete, and Ananta, eternal. These 36 tattvas are presented as an upside-down tree of creation, with root Satyam above and the branches Mithya below, as we tend to go towards worldly attachments due to ignorance. The first 5 principles comprise the pure creation, where the Supreme Brahman has not been veiled. These represents our roots. First tattva is Shiva and the second is Shakti, are the eternal and mutually inseparable realities, and the rhythmic movement of Shakti, the dance of Shiva called Tandavam, is the cause of the entire universal creation. Third tattva is Sadashiva. From here the notion of a universe begins to emerge, but it is vague and indistinct, still in the depth of consciousness. Fourth tattva is Ishvara, is Brahman as the creator of the universe, who as Brahma he creates, as Vishnu he sustains, and as Rudra he dissolves the universe. Tattva 5 is Suddha Vidya, pure creation. Ishvara creates the universe with pure knowledge alone. These 5 principles have no separation from Brahman, is the only truth, Satya, which pervades the entire universe, is the Atma in all, is the cause, Purusha, of the entire creation, not subject to time or space, and has no guna, nirguna. Tattva 6 is Maya. Ishvara governs the universe by having Maya under his control, whereas we human beings are under the control of Maya. Maya is an illusion. A veiling force makes the one Brahman appear to be broken into duality and multiplicity. Tattva 7 to 11 are the 5 Kanchukas, the 5 cloaks, limits the glories of Brahman. So we human beings are limited. We are no more omnipotence, all-powerful, omniscient, all-knowing, omnipresence, all-pervasiveness, Purna, complete, and Ananta, eternal. However, Ishvara is not limited by the 5 Kanchukas, by the 5 cloaks. The 12th tattva is the limited Purusha, our Sanchita karmas, our accumulated karmas from all our previous birth, is the cause of our present birth. So we human beings are limited at 3 levels, from recognizing that truly we are Satchit Ananda Atma, first being under the control of Maya. Second, the 5 cloaks have covered Atma's 5 glories. And third, our accumulated sanchita karmas keeps us in ignorance. The 13th tattva is Prakriti. From here on, the manifestation of the creation begins. First, let's see how Brahman, as Ishvara, creates, sustains and dissolves the universe. Ishvara, with pure knowledge and having Maya under his control, causes the Shakti of Shiva to vibrate, which is the dance of Shiva called the Tandavam, that causes a shift in Nirguna to manifest as 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. This causes the 5 elements, ether, air, fire, water and earth, to manifest first in a subtle form and then in a gross form. So the 3 gunas combining with the 5 elements is the cause for the universal manifestation, and from here on time and space begins. Ishvara governs the universe by the law of dharma, righteousness, where as Lord Brahma he creates, as Lord Vishnu he sustains, and as Lord Rudra he dissolves the universe, which he does continuously and simultaneously. Ishvara creates the entire universe, like the galaxies, the planets, the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, rivers, mountains, animals, plants, etc., and governs the universe by placing a certain percentage of his divine Shakti called Devatas in them to do their respective duties as yajna. This is how the entire universe is governed by Ishvara, to provide us, we human beings, a playground to work out our karmas and gain moksha. However, we human beings are not programmed. We are given the freedom to choose to work or not to work in harmony with the law of dharma. And the results of our action is governed by the law of karma. Only when we do our duties as yajna, we incur no punyas or papas, thereby working towards zeroing our karmic account to gain moksha. And how we should go about it is the teaching of the Gita. So from Tattva 14 downwards, we are limited human beings. We are jivas. The trunk of this tree of creation, samsara, represents our 3 mental operations. Tattva 14 is our intellect, buddhi, which is to be used for discriminative purposes to gain the knowledge of Brahman by discriminating between real and unreal, Atma, Anatma, and between righteousness and unrighteousness, Dharma and Adharma. Tattva 15 is our ego, ahamkara. We must have an enlightened ego to recognize the one Atma in all. Tattva 16 is our mind, manas, where all our past accumulated impressions are stored, which we must purify by being karma yogis, by doing our duties as yajna, by using our first set of branches, our 5 senses of perception. Tattva 17 is the power of hearing, 18 is power of feeling, 19 is power of seeing, 20 is power of tasting, and 21 is the power of smelling. With our second set of branches, our 5 powers of action. Tattva 22 is the power of speaking, 23 is the power of procreation, 24 is the power of excretion, 25 is the power of handling, and 26 is the power of locomotion. With our third set of branches, our 5 subtle elements of perception. 27 is sound, ability to hear sound. 28 is touch, ability to feel touch. 29 is color, ability to see color. 30 is flavor, ability to taste flavor. And 31 is odor, ability to smell odor. And the fourth set of branches, our 5 gross elements, which becomes our physical body. Tattva 32 is ether, the space in our body. 33 is air, manifests as our breath. 34 is fire, manifests as hunger, thirst. 35 is water, includes all liquid, urine, saliva, etc. And 36 is earth, represents all matter in solid state, our bones, muscles, etc. This is how the Supreme Brahman descends as 36 principles, tattvas, as the cause of this entire creation. Arjuna was in sorrow because of his attachment to his loved ones. These are the secondary roots of this upside down tree of creation. Due to his ignorance, his ego sees duality, a sense of separateness, resulting in his like for his grandfather and teacher and dislike for his unrighteous cousins. Thereby, fear set in, which when not removed will lead to anger, greed, lust, obsession, to destroy him as he clings to worldly attachments. So the purpose of human birth is to purify our minds by moving away from our attachments and gaining the knowledge of Brahman by knowing the one truth, the Supreme Brahman, in us and in the universe. Having understood the tattvas, let us take another break before we continue. Om Namah Shivaya.